Hello people, welcome to my channel, and we are going to enjoy and go through a new set of cards that I have received, and I haven't heard many people use this. It's I don't know, this is maybe not so popular, who knows, but this is the Ibiza Tarot, the Oracle of Tanit or Tanit. Not sure how to pronounce that, you guys. And this is the back if anyone wants to sort of take a snapshot and read. So yeah, and I have the box is very simple. It's 2 pieces. And I have removed the book already. Let me just move the box. So this goes through the 22 major arcana, and it has an extra few cards. So let's just, there is an introduction in here where they talk about things. There is things about water, air, the elements, the Tanit and the meaning of the Tanit. So the Tanit is an ancient Phoenician goddess of the for the Mediterranean Iceland of Ibiza, and then you have Ibiza in there. Spain. So this is sort of bounded with Spain, the goddess. We invoke her blessings as we shuffle the cards. The magical purpose of divination. Tanit has been on Ibiza since before Christ Christ and role. So she was before there. I guess people maybe worshipped her there more than came Christ. Then we have the Phoenician alphabet here as well. The Phoenician alphabet makes a turning point in the history of mankind, shifting from the drawings and symbols of the Egyptian hieroglyphics to the first recognized alphabet. made up of 22 consonants. It could be read from left to right. Wow, that's interesting. And then continue from right to left on the next. Wow, this is interesting, you guys. This is something that I never have sort of studied or thought about. This is new. But I don't like the book. It's so difficult to sort of yeah. And then they talk about the tarot here as well. The Major Arcana, and then they talk about, you know, the cards. So for an example, the High Priestess, number 2, and an idolized woman, a teacher, is how she is looked at. So they go on talk about the cards. And then they talk about the elements. They talk about the elements because there are elements in here as well. So there is fire. Fire corresponds to spring, is represented by wands. Yeah, that's how I see that too. Symbolism, action, energy, enterprise, ambition, and dynamic activity. Water corresponds to summer, and this is how I feel about that as well, and represented by cups, of course. Symbolism, emotions, quality of love and care, spiritual and imaginative realms, the arts and education. And then friendship is important, family, pleasure. So yeah, that's water. This is fun because it's fun to see that, you know, other people see and interpretate the things as you do yourself without, you know, using any books, because I haven't used any books to make my own system. So it's fun to see that, you know, people have done that. Air correspondence to winter. Okay, to winter is represented by swords, and that's how I see that too. Symbolism, the mind, communication, laws, ideas, problems and solutions, and strategies. Wow, I thought it was statements. I was about to say that instead. Interesting. And then earth, correspondence to autumn, is represented by, of course, coins, Symbolism is body. The material plan, practical concerns, physical health, the results of hard work. Of course it is, because it's pentacles. Builders, workers, farmers, craftsmen, what takes time to achieve. So that was very, very interesting. And then so we have the court cards over here. Okay, so represents of the court cards now represent for different types of people in 4 different levels of growth. 16 cards for 4 per suit. The page, knight, queen and king. The pages represents children and beginnings. Page of wands. Wands are dynamic, fire. Represents a child or a youth of fun and outgoing nature. A messenger. And I'm not going to go through this because we are going to sit, and I don't want to sit and read Braille and try to show the book at the same time. It's like, ugh. Okay, so let's just move forward. So there are, court cards. And then there is numerology in all this as well. This is very interesting. So they have counted the numerology in all this. And then we have Bach flowers remedies. Bach flowers reminds are very subtle. Wow, I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. Subtle yet powerful. Drops of magic that work on the emotional body. This has an instant effect on all of our psychosomatic experiences of disease. Each of the 38 flowers has specific emotional correspondence, as well as different body parts that they help cure. This is interesting. So each and every card has a flower there that is, like it can be a herb, I guess. Maybe now I'm just speculating. That will give you an idea how to help yourself to cure yourself. And this is second geometry as well. Energize a new deck of cards, shuffle, and so on. Yeah, so that's sort of a little bit like that. Doing a reading with them, so they are explaining how to use the cards, bringing it all together. Your first reading, okay. So here we have stop to clear your tarot deck. Okay, so they are taking you step. If you're a newbie, they are taking you step by step for all this. Ask questions and think about them. Say the card's name and work with it. Okay, well. And now comes the cards, and it goes through the Magician first, as it is number 1, the Iceland, the place where change happens and magic is in the air. Be open to surprised, and so on and so on. I'm not going to go through that. So it goes into the 22 cards, and then after that it goes into let's just this book, I don't like this book, to be honest. Not a good one. So then it goes to Bez or Bees. Bez, maybe I should say Bez. Symbolizes the good things in life. Music, dance, and sexual pleasure. Okay. And it's ruled by Jupiter. And then they are going through keywords and things like that. So this is interesting. The next one will be and this is Wands, Fire, Action, and this is, didn't say. And here comes the cards. So they are 3 type of cards, or 4 type of people, I guess. The Moors arrived on Ibiza in 711 AD. They bought their way advanced knowledge of mathematics, agriculture, and irrigations, as well as their mode of living and their rituals. The cathedral is built on the remains of the Median Ibiza. Wow, that's interesting. This is a little bit about history. As you guys can see, King of Wands. So this is the King of Wands, and it's going, I guess, to tell about how the king is, and then tolerance, keywords. It is Cancer, Leo, and so on and so on. So yeah, I'm not going to go through all this because it will take a lot of time, but it was it's not easy to read Braille, as I did type some of the things out. But yeah, let's look through the cards. We are already maybe even half an hour into the video, and that's not what I wanted. And I'm not the best reader as well. Sorry, you guys, that, I read very, very slow. Even if I try. But I guess they say that practice is good. So here we have the first card, and that's the Magician. And here you have, let me just, so here is the flower for the Magician. Very interesting. The lizard is the Magician. The circle is complete. The adventure begins again. Decisions lead to changes, or to change forces. Descriptions. Oh, here is the so this is Tau, and I guess that's the alphabet. Wehiche of sacrifice, the Fool. Oh, this is the Fool. This is not the Magician. I thought it was the Fool. Sorry, the Magician. So interesting. Okay. Here is the Magician. And this is, let me just scroll down instead. You guys can read for yourself because I'm not going to do that. I know that you have, here is the Magician is Aleph, and it has a special symbol, transformation from human to superhuman, the Magician, and that's number 1. and it's ruled by planet Mercury. And the flower is cherry plum. Let me just go back to here. The Fool is ruled under Uranus, and Aspen is the thing that is ruling the Fool. So this is very interesting because you have, you know, what the planet is, the numerology, the symbol, the keywords, and what the flower or tree is for, you know, each and every card. So this is very interesting to know, because by you know, thinking of the card's meaning, you can learn, if you're new to astrology, a little bit about astrology and about you know, their meanings a little bit, not much. But as you see, they have different symbols here. And I don't know if I did show here. They are beautiful. They are very nice. And this is a different, absolutely different set of cards to work with, a different system in a way. I hope I just didn't bore you when it comes to my reading. I know I'm a slow reader, and I'm sorry for that. I'm just going to try to move a little bit forward here. At least I'm trying, and I'm glad that I do, because, you know, practice, and the more you read, the faster you get. Before, when I used to read Braille every day, I would read very, very fast, and then I stopped just like that, and I became lazy by listening to books instead, to Audible, and that didn't do me any good, did it? So here is the devil. Oh, and he's the hippie in here. Oh, geez. Let's see. So they all have their, you know, sort of symbols. This is interesting. I want to learn about this more. So when a friend of mine will come over, I know what I want them to do. It's going to be fun. So here is the Judgment. Here is the World. And they are very, as you guys see, they are not very, you know, not a lot of colors or anything like that. Nothing much special. But still, you know, it's a very nice set of balanced, nice cards, I have to say. Here is the Moor. Here is the Greek. Here is the Roman. And here is the Vandal. Here is the Dolphin. And it stands for, of course, water. Here is Seahorse. Here is the octopus. And octopus is a very highly intelligent creature. It has 3 hearts. And yeah, it's interesting. Here's the turtle, the sea turtle. One of my favorite animals. And here is Eleonora's falcon. And here is the shearwater, if I'm reading this correctly. Here is one of my favorite, is the owl. The Alpine swift. The fig tree. Here is the almond tree. And if you have knowledge about the ohms or ogams, you can use that knowledge here. Here is orange. And then the last is the olive tree. So you guys, this was a very interesting thing to go through, and I hope I didn't bore you with my boring. I know I'm not the best reader. I will try not to read any more texts. Because it's not easy, it's difficult, but I find it fun because I see other people do, and I see how good it comes out. And some people might find it boring to sit and listen to a person like me who is reading quite slow. But I enjoyed this deck, and I hope that you guys did enjoy the video as well. So I know that not many people did do a lot of review on this, and that's why I wanted to give it a little bit more time to show that this is another sweet little deck out there that you can work with, that is a little bit different from each and every tarot that I have seen or worked with, and I enjoy it. So that's what I wanted to do, and I did it. So you guys, maybe you'll join me on Facebook. I will do mini reads. UK time will be 8 p.m. Swedish time 9 p.m. and Canadian Toronto time that will be 3 p.m. So welcome to join me, and till then, hugs and blessings, y'all.